Fire in the Blackstone hole. Let's cook some okonomiyaki. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome once again to my Blackstone griddle. What we're cooking for you today is some cabbage. I'm not really cooking just cabbage. I just wanted to show off my flat cabbage that I got. This is Taiwanese flat cabbage, and it's one of the components of okonomiyaki. Okonomiyaki means everything you like cooked over fire. That's the loose translation of okonomiyaki. It's basically a savory pancake with cabbage and a whole bunch of other stuff in it. Probably whatever I like, I can put in it. Pardon me. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to show you my flat cabbage. I got a bunch of veggies to cut up and some prep to do, and we'll bring it back and we'll get this cook started, so stay tuned. Okay, I got my prep work done. I made a batter with some Bisquick, and instead of milk we used chicken stock. The Japanese use a stuff called dashi. Dashi is a kind of fish stock, I think. I've got my cabbage and some spring onions. We're going to dump that right in the batter. Dump the cabbage and the spring onions right in the batter. I didn't bring anything to mix with, so now I got to mix with my knife. Mixing the cabbage and spring onions with the batter, which is just pancake batter. Instead of milk, I used chicken stock. And we've mixed this up with some, hope you can see that okay. I'm mixing with my knife because I forgot to bring a spoon and I'm not going back in the house stopping the video. Okay, so we got that done. Okay, I got some cooked shrimp I'm going to put in there. Want some cooked shrimp in my okonomiyaki, which means whatever you like, grilled over fire. So I like shrimp, so I'm putting okonomiyaki shrimp. And I'm going to set this aside for now. Not ready for that yet. I'm going to set that aside. Now what I'm going to put down first is I've got some thinly sliced pork belly. Now you're going to think that this is bacon, but it's not. This is pork belly. I'm going to lay that down on the griddle. The griddle is not turned on yet. It's cold. A cold griddle. You get my pork belly laid out in strips of pork belly. We have to roughly lay them out in a kind of a circular pattern, in a one layer of circular pattern. I'm making this with double pork belly today. So yeah, we're going to put pork belly on the bottom and on the top of my okonomiyaki because I like pork belly, and okonomiyaki means everything you like cooked over fire. So pork belly. This pork belly is a little hard to work with. It's kind of a very thinly cut pork belly, and they rolled it up for some reason. I don't know, I guess to make it easier, but I'm having trouble getting it apart. Tell you what, let me get my pork belly laid out. I'll bring you right back. Stay tuned. Alright, the pork belly's laid out the way I want it. The left side of the Blackstone is lit. The right side of the Blackstone is not lit. That's important to notice. And now I've got my pancake batter that I'm going to dump my okonomiyaki stuff right on top of the pork belly. Like that. There you go. Oh, it's running everywhere. Good. Wasn't expecting that. Oh boy. Got to get that back up here. Oh, this is not working out the way I thought it was gonna. I'll tell you. My griddle is not hot at all. It is on a very low heat. But this is my okonomiyaki batter with the pork belly on the bottom. Maybe my batter could have been a little tighter. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. what we got to do now is let that cook. Just let it cook. It's going to cook slowly. It's going to be one big butt pancake, I guess. Maybe I can fold it over as it cooks a little bit. But like I said, this side's on low and this side's on 0. So we're cooking on a very low heat today. And I'm going to put, when that bottom pork belly layer starts to cook, it's going to make, you know, the fat is going to render out. And I'm going to put some more pork belly on top and flip this thing, if I can. I hope I can flip it. I hope I can get it to come together the way I want it to. It's not looking good so far. Let me tell you what. No, it's not bad. It's not too bad. It's going to be okay, I think. I could have made my batter a little tighter, I think. I think the batter was a little loose. Anyway, Okonomiyaki. Here you go. Hey, I want to mention that I got the inspiration for this from my buddy Maplecook. Maplecook is my Japanese teacher, and I'll put a link, an iCard for Maplecook's channel. You can go check him out. He's an amazing cook, and he's teaching Japanese on the side just for fun. Anyway, this has to cook slowly, and I'll bring you back when it gets a little more cohesive. It looks a little bit better, and then at some point we're going to flip this thing, and that's going to be hell on earth. So stay tuned. Alright, my Okonomiyaki pancake is starting to cook. Eventually I had to turn on the right burner on low as well, because I got to get that pork belly that's on the bottom there to crisp up, to get it cooked up. It's starting to cook a little bit around the edges. You're starting to see a little bit of the pork fat starting to render out. It's got to cook some more. And here it's starting to cook over here now, since I turned this side on. Let me scrape down my griddle a little bit, and we're going to get ready to put some more pork belly in there, and then we're going to flip it. So stay tuned. Alright, my Okonomiyaki pancake is coming together. I'm going to put some pork belly on top of it. So we're going to have pork belly on the bottom and pork belly on top. I'm going to flip this. The top will eventually be the bottom, and the bottom will eventually be the top. There's some kind of poetic justice there, but I sure don't know what it is. Anyway, let's get this pork belly. It's so hard to work with because it's so thin. Let me get some more pork belly on there. Pork belly looks just like bacon, doesn't it? But it's not. It's pork belly. And it's one of the things I like. So it goes on my Okonomiyaki, which is all the things I like cooked over fire. I'm going to put another piece of pork belly, if I can get it unwrapped the way I want it. This thing's starting to fry very nicely now. I'm almost ready to flip it. Am I going to flip it on camera or off camera? I don't know. I don't know. How brave am I? That's the question. How brave are you, Rude Boy? You think you could flip this puppy on camera? It's getting to where, almost to where I can manipulate it, I think. It's getting there. It's getting there. Oh yes, it's getting there. A savory pancake. That's what this is called. I think I'm going to turn that right side burner off. I don't know, I'll leave it on. Got both burners on low right now. I'm going to leave it on. So I've got shrimp, pork belly, all the things that are supposed to be in Okonomiyaki, except for the toppings. And I think I'm going to do a live flip. What do you think? Should I attempt it? Do I have the nerve? Do I have the chutzpah? How do you say chutzpah in Japanese, Maplecook? Chutzpah. Does he have the chutzpah? Does he have the cojones? How do you say cojones in Japanese? I don't know. Did I tell you Maplecook is teaching me to speak Japanese? Yes, he is. He's got a second channel. Go up in the iCard and check out Maplecook. And then check out his second channel where he's teaching people to speak Japanese. I don't know if this thing is ready to flip or not. It seems to be, but I'm hesitant. I'm hesitant. You know what? Fortune favors the brave, and the gods of cooking hate a coward. right? Let's just go for it. All right, not the not the most beautiful flip ever, but it's flipped. Okay, it's got to cook on the other side for a while, but we can put the toppings on it now and get ready to plate it. So stay tuned. Okay, the first thing you want to put on your okonomiyaki is the sauce. Now I could have bought okonomiyaki sauce because I saw it at the Asian market, but I wanted to go with this because I really like this stuff. This is the Bakken's or Japanese barbecue sauce. This stuff rocks. Let me tell you what. It's delicious. It looks like the okonomiyaki sauce, sort of, and it's just delicious. The most delicious sauce you've ever eaten. You could drink this right out of the bottle, no problem. I'm using that for my okonomiyaki sauce. Gonna slather that on there. Then I got some, this is QP brand Japanese mayonnaise. And I'm going to put this on there too, because it calls for it, Japanese mayonnaise. Let me get it out of the jar. Get it out of the bag, I mean. Wanted to show you the brand on that. Yeah, QP brand. Let's put some more Bakken's on there. That's good stuff. I wish it was a little thicker. It's Japanese barbecue sauce. If you've never tasted this, it's amazing. Let me tell you what. Okay, let's get some of this mayo on there. We got to do this artistically now. Artistically with our mayo. All right. That's not very artistically, is it? It's artistically enough for me. How's it look to you? Not too shabby. Okonomiyaki. The next thing we got to put on there is some bonita flakes. Bonita flakes are flakes of bonita fish that have been smoked and sliced thin, turned into flakes. You want to put some of those flakes on there. And here's the thing about these flakes. If you watch them, they will start to dance. They say that's part of the charm of this dish, I guess you'd say. Bonita flakes are dancing. Then we've got some this stuff. This is nori and sesame. I couldn't find just nori, so I got nori and sesame together. And we're going to put some of that on. Nori is seaweed, and this is black and white sesame seeds with the nori seaweed. Going to put that on there. Watch those bonita flakes dancing. Does that look cool? And the last but not least, we have, and I didn't bring anything out to serve this up with. This is Japanese pickled ginger. Now this is not the sushi ginger. This is a different kind of pickled ginger. And they say that this is a must-have for your okonomiyaki. So we're going to put that right on top like that. I've never had this. I don't know what it tastes like. I've never had okonomiyaki. I don't know what it tastes like. But I think it's done. Believe it or not, I'm going to shut off the grill. Shut off the griddle. And I'm going to plate this up, get a beer, and take a taste. So stay tuned. The okonomiyaki is done. There's the Frosty Root Boy mug, star of the show. Here's today's beer. One of my favorites, Kirin Ichiban. Kirin Premium Beer. First press 100% malt Kirin beer. It doesn't say whether it's a lager or an ale. I'm pretty sure it's a lager. We're going to open this up. You know, you can find this in the grocery store these days, Rob, I think. But let's tilt that glass and pour that beer. Kirin Ichi, you could definitely get it in almost any Chinese or Japanese restaurant. I can tell you that for sure. In the teppanyaki grill they have it, in the Chinese restaurant they have it. Kirin Ichiban. You know, my buddy Vic likes Sing Ha. I like it too. But I like Kirin Ichiban as well. Let's take a sniff of that, Rob. Ah, yeah. It smells great. Let's quaff the froth off it, Rob. Quaff the froth in Japanese. How do you say that, Maple Baby? Quaff the froth. Oh, that's delicious and perfect to eat with my okonomiyaki. Okonomiyaki means anything you'd like cooked over fire. Let me turn the camera around, get a taste of this, get some of this in my mouth. Stay tuned. All right, I'm excited because I've never had okonomiyaki. I got myself a little piece of it with some of that ginger on there. There's a shrimp right there I'm looking at. I'm thinking about eating that shrimp. That pork belly is under there. I don't know how to eat this. You should eat this with chopsticks, but I don't know nothing about no chopsticks. Are you kidding me? I can't work no chopsticks. When I go to the Chinese restaurant and get chopsticks, I get the ones with the training wheels on them. You know what I'm talking about? So I want a little bit of that ginger and that shrimp and the pancake and the all that good stuff that's in there. I'll take a bite of that, so stay tuned. Wow, I like it. Mikey likes it. It's really good. The pork belly is crispy, believe it or not. And it's really good. Wow, that's delicious. Oh, that barbecue sauce is outstanding. I could have got okonomiyaki sauce, but I knew from the start I was going to use that barbecue sauce. I got a little bit of that ginger on there. I'm not sure what that tastes like. Interesting. Very interesting. This stuff rocks, let me tell you what. Delicious. Babies. Talking with my mouth full. Let me get a swig of beer. Wow. Let me wipe my bush. I've never had okonomiyaki. It's delicious. I can understand now why it's so popular in Japan. I guess you can't throw a rock without hitting an okonomiyaki cart or an okonomiyaki shop. And it's awesome. That's why it's delicious. I tell you, it's really good. If you want to get these ingredients together, you don't have to use flat cabbage. You can use regular cabbage. You don't have to have the pickled ginger and all that other stuff. I just put that on there. I was trying to be, you know, as traditional as possible. But yeah, it's awesome. Tell you what, I'm gonna go eat the rest of this. And thank you to Maplecook, my Japanese teacher. He's teaching. I already know how to say water and woman. I don't know how to say them. I know the characters for water and woman. He taught me. So go up in the iCard, check out Maplecook, subscribe to me for more foolishness like this. You know, recipes you never heard of. Okonomiyaki. Ai, domo, arigato. Root boy, drink beer. Bye.